welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new here. My name is Bailey and I love lots of different things. I love making these videos. I think I've only filmed maybe 2 specific hobby vlogs, but I thought it'd be super fun to bring you guys along for a couple weeks of just like filming my different hobbies that I have, because I think that these videos are just really cozy when other people film them. And so a few different things that I love that I'm really loving right now is gardening. Here in South Carolina, it is warming up. The highs have been like upper 80s, low 90s every day, and my flowers are absolutely loving this heat. They truly just thrive when it's hot outside, and so that's been really fun. Definitely give you guys some garden updates and show you just what I've been up to, because I meant to do that in my previous vlog and I ended up only getting some B-roll footage of that. So I'll definitely give you guys kind of like an in-depth tour of what I've planted and when I planted it and all that kind of stuff. And then also crochet. So my current crochet project I actually have right here, and I'm working on, so I have my little ball of yarn on this. It's funny though, because the yarn like off of the ball is not like, it looks like that, but then when I put it on here it looks like a Hershey Kiss. So anyway, this thing spins, but it's not very good with this specific yarn. I don't know, it kind of like, it's kind of hard to pull and it doesn't come off naturally. But all that to say, I'm making a bathing suit cover up. So this is what it's looking like so far, and it is a mesh stitch, and so I'm going to go back and add some sleeves, but right now I am just doing the body. I just changed from a 6mm hook to a 5 to kind of go in at the waist a little bit, and I think I might actually change to like a 4 here soon. But that is what this is looking like. I actually was working on it while I was doing my cardio yesterday on the Stairmaster, and that was crazy. I just get so bored on the stairs because I do it for long periods of time. Like, I do that instead of running or something. I'm doing like a program that's focused on running. A few other things that I love are baking. Tomorrow we're going to be baking some lemon poppy seed thumbprint cookies, and I'm so excited. I'm actually doing that for a bake with me for a video here, so I'll put a little bit of footage in this vlog of us doing that, but that's mainly for the bake with me. But I'll still show you guys what we're doing and how it tastes. And then also tomorrow I'm going to be baking 2 sourdough loaves. I already have the loaves like finished and they're in the fridge, so doing the cold proof, so we won't be necessarily making that, but I might make a loaf of sourdough later on in this video. I've really kind of been a little bit in a reading slump lately, but I'm trying to get out of it. I just started listening to a book that is totally not on my normal genres. Like, I don't really love, like, I'm a Christian, but I don't really love Christian books because I just feel like so many of them could kind of just be like fluffy, and it's mainly just full of anecdotes, and I just lose interest really quickly. But I did just start reading The Case for Christ, which I've heard of, and it's come recommended many times. So I'm excited about that, but hopefully going to start my book club book soon, which is The Everlasting. So I will give you guys my review on that. So we have a lot of fun things coming in the next couple weeks. It's the end of May, and definitely going to spend some time at the pool soon. So I'm really looking forward to the start of summer and all the things to come. I am a wedding photographer, so this season right now is very packed and slammed for me, and I just have so much on my plate with that. So I'm really just trying to find rest where I can and spend time doing my hobbies when I can, because that truly brings me so much joy, so much rest. Even if it's like hard work, like sometimes gardening, you're sweating, you're bending over, it can be hard, but it's so rewarding, and even though it's exhausting, it's just like mentally refreshing. So anyway, I'm super excited to bring you guys along for a little hobbies vlog, and we can see what all we get up to. I'm going to try to do this scoring pattern on one of them and see how it works out. So let's try it. Okay, I did like a big middle score, and now I'm gonna try to do like softer ones, I guess. And then just a bunch of little leaf type things. Here's what it looks like. So I will show you guys when it's baked, and I'm baking this one first, and then I'm gonna do my second loaf. I think I'm gonna take this to my grandmother. I'll show you guys in just a second how it turns out. So I ended up scoring the other loaf the same way, and I went ahead and put it in the oven, and I did a little more flour on top because I feel like the design isn't really showing up except for where you can see the flour. I mean, you can see it. It's actually showing up better on camera, and it looks cool, but I don't know, it doesn't look like the inspo, so hopefully the next one looks better. But as far as the loaf goes, this looks beautiful. It looks so perfect. The crust looks amazing, so I will not be cutting into them because I'm giving both of these away. One to my friend, I think I'm going to drop one by my grandmother's house, but they are looking delicious. So this one is looking a lot better. I feel like the pattern, it definitely showed up, but I don't know, it doesn't look like the inspo, but it's still super cute. And honestly, this one is still looking so good. So I'm so happy with these and so excited. They look amazing. For some reason, this one did better, but I made them exactly the same. I'm currently baking for my bake with me that I mentioned, I think yesterday. And I wanted to show you guys the sourdough loaves that I made this morning. I remember filming a clip on what they looked like at the end, but I wanted to like actually show you because they're looking so beautiful. And my little thumbprint cookies are about to come out of the oven, so I figured I would share those with you all as well. Actually, they're looking done. So I'm gonna pull these out. So here are the cookies that I just made. They are lemon poppy seed thumbprints, and they're so cute. So I made some homemade lemon curd that we will spoon into these, but these are piping hot. So I'm gonna set them over here to cool, and I'm gonna show you guys my sourdoughs that I made this morning. There is literally nothing better than fresh bread. Like, these are just so beautiful, and please look at that. Literally so beautiful. I'm so excited about these. I just want to take a big bite out of them. Oh my gosh. There is truly nothing better than fresh bread. So I am so excited about these. How cute are they? I just love them. So I'm going to show you guys actually how I wrap them up to take them to a friend. So I am going to grab some twine. So you basically just need twine and parchment paper, and we will go from there. Okay, you also need scissors to cut the twine, but essentially what we are going to do is, oh, one last look. So beautiful. Oh my gosh. I just love bread. Oh, y'all, before I do this, I made some sourdough earlier in the week, and I just need a slice of it. I freeze mine. I cut them into slices and then I freeze it. So I'm going to put a couple of slices in the toaster and then put some butter on them. My mouth is literally salivating at these. So you're going to get enough parchment to kind of go like you're wrapping a gift. You want this side to go all the way over, and then a little bit more. From here, we're going to take this, take your two sides together. I know this is probably so loud, but you're going to gather them at the top and then fold them down a little bit at a time. So I'm going to lower the volume when I'm doing this, just so it's not blasting in your eardrum. Once you have that folded down, you're gonna tuck this side, the top of it, underneath the bread, and then same with the other one, and then we're gonna tuck the bottom underneath. then we're just gonna take our twine and tie it around. So I like to do like 2 arms length of twine. And then you grab it in the middle, kind of grab it in the top, and then you hold it up so you can see if you're in the middle, and then you're gonna put it, the middle of it on the top of your parchment, and then underneath it, you're gonna turn and like twist like that. Sorry if that's so confusing, but I don't know a better way to say it. And then you just tie it on top. I kind of like to go like one under, or maybe I'll just do both underneath it, and then just tie it in a bow, and then you can cut off your excess on either side. So there you have it. How cute is that? I'm gonna do the other one. So it's currently Monday, and today I was supposed to have a session this evening, but it actually got canceled. Right now it is sunny here, but there is a thunderstorm coming. It says 100% chance of storms around like 5 p.m. and my shoot was supposed to be at 7. So that is kind of a bummer that we'll have to reschedule, but today's Memorial Day, and the nature of my job, like I don't normally take off days like that or Labor Day and stuff. I mean, maybe if I have something planned, but for the most part, like I try to schedule my sessions on weekdays so that way I can shoot my weddings on the weekends, but that means that sometimes I have to give up like those days because my clients have to work and like on other weekdays and stuff. But anyway, so now I am just outside with Knox, and I wanted to give you guys a quick little garden update and show you just like what all that I've been doing and kind of just show you what I planted and all the things. Okay, so to start out, we have my lemon tree here that has really just been through it. Last year I bought this when it was tiny. I'll put a video of it here of what it looked like when I bought it, and then I brought it in for the winter and it lost a ton of leaves. They turned really yellow, and then eventually they turned green like this. And then when I brought it back outside after the last frost we had, the same thing happened again. I feel like it just kind of went through like a transition, but now it's looking really good. It has so many of these little blooms on it, so I'm hoping that we will actually get maybe a couple of lemons this year. And then down here I mainly just have zinnias. So I actually pinched this zinnia, so you can see where I pinched it there and then it branched off both ways. So I am not afraid to pinch my zinnias. I love doing that, but I need to plant some more in these. I just love zinnias and had some leftover seeds, so that's what those are. These are also zinnias, but most of these didn't actually take. And then this is straw flower. So I did not have good luck last year planting straw flower in my raised beds, and this year they're still not doing super great. So I'm thinking of planting some more in my raised beds just to see, but that is my straw flower. So I know that these take forever to grow and to mature and like actually get blooms, so we will see about those. As far as the garden goes, this is kind of what we're working with. So over here, this bed is absolutely thriving, and it's so strange because I planted these on the same day as some of my other ones, so I really don't know what was going on there, but I have pinched most of these, and so I planted what I thought mainly was zinnias, but there's also some marigolds popping up in here, so I'm actually just kind of like letting those stay. I love marigolds. I think they're beautiful, but their smell is just so strong. I did plant some in my other bed though, but these are my zinnias, and they're kind of growing kind of funky. Like look at this one. I pinched it and it has like, the leaves are so strange, so I don't really know what's going on with that. A few of them are like kind of crazy. Like look at this one. So I did go back and plant some around the edges, but they haven't fully taken yet, and I honestly think some birds have been eating those. And then something that's kind of funny is over here, I grew vegetables in this bed last year, and this is like a volunteer tomato plant that just came up from last year, I guess. I don't know. So I didn't know that tomatoes did that. I'm wondering if just I got lucky and one of my tomatoes like fell off, rotted, and then left the seed. I don't know, but I'm just kind of letting it stay here and doing its thing. Back over here we have my wildflowers. So it's kind of a mixture. I don't really know what a lot of it is, and some of it was pretty sparse, so I did plant some more right here. These are like zinnias and cosmos seedlings. That is a volunteer sunflower from last year. These are all sunflowers on this side. So I planted them over here because the main shadow is cast back that way, and since they'll get tall, like taller than most of the other stuff I planted in here, I wanted their shadow to cast back that way and not be shadowing any of this because it all pretty much needs full sun. Moving on to this back bed, this one is a mixture of zinnias and cosmos, but honestly mainly cosmos are popping up in here, and I also went back in this one and planted some more around the edges, so those are finally popping up too. And we've been having so much rain here in South Carolina this week, so the garden has been loving that. So that's what we have here, but these are still like so much shorter than the ones in the other bed, and they're planted on the same day, so kind of interesting. Over here I have my yarrow, which started as little starts, and I'll put a video of that here, what they started out as, and now they are really tall and thriving. I actually had this crazy thing happen where over there some ants made an entire like colony, so I was able to get them out by spraying them with some stuff, and then they came over here and did the exact same thing, and so I had to put some stuff in the bed to prevent that, and now they're all gone. And then I planted some more cosmos in this bed. So that is what I was dealing with a couple weeks ago, but thankfully we're in the clear. Over here I have planted some marigolds, and there's a few little sprouts there. And then this is some more yarrow that I had planted last year, and you know, I have no idea what happened, why that one did so much better than this one. But this one is prevailing. It has a lot of new little growth on it. It has this whole new one popping up. So that is the full garden update. I also just wanted to add, if you don't know what pinching zinnias is, I'm gonna pinch this one and show you what it is. Naturally, zinnias usually will kind of like grow in different directions and give you more than just one stem. However, when they do that, oftentimes, like if you can imagine this being a lot taller and then it branching off, versus pinching them makes it branch off when it is a lot lower, so that makes it just a lot sturdier. And in my experience, even the stem will get naturally more thick. Basically, this pair of leaves doesn't really count. That's not like true leaves. These two are the first true leaves. And so you want to wait until you have a little bit of a stem underneath that. And we're literally just going to take this, pinch it off with your thumb, and then just throw that away. Some people will seed that or like root that in water, but I don't have any interest in doing that. And so from here you will see in a week or two, 2 more branches will start to come out of there, and so it just overall gives you more flowers. I'm going to pinch this cosmos. So like the very first leaves are down here. I know this is a little confusing to see, and then the second set of leaves is right here, and then we have another one right there. So I'm not even like above the first real set. I'm a little bit higher than that. So I'm just going to pinch that off and then toss it. And I'm going to do that to this one as well. I'm going to pinch it off right there. So that will encourage it to branch off instead of just growing in one spot.